Hello friends, welcome to Physics Live channel. Today we are going to study some basic problems related to Compton shift. First question: in the scattering of X-ray with the free electron at rest, the fractional loss in energy of a photon is. We know that in Compton shift, an incident photon and a scattered photon and a recoil of electron has happens, and the equation is delta lambda, that is the shift in wavelength, that is equal to lambda prime minus lambda. Lambda prime, it is the wavelength of scattered photon, and lambda is the wavelength of incident photon. We have to find the fractional loss in energy of a photon, means E minus E prime divided by E. So E is equal to hc by lambda. E prime is equal to hc by lambda prime. So E minus E prime, that is hc by lambda minus hc by lambda prime. Hc common we take outside, that is cross multiply lambda prime minus lambda divided by lambda prime, that's equal to hc. We know that lambda prime from the basic equation, that is delta lambda plus lambda. So lambda prime, substitute lambda plus delta lambda minus lambda divided by lambda into lambda plus delta lambda. Fractional loss in energy, that is E minus E prime divided by delta E, that is hc by lambda delta lambda divided by lambda into lambda plus delta lambda. E is also hc by lambda. So hc by lambda cancel. We get the fractional loss in energy as delta lambda divided by lambda plus delta lambda. That is the answer. Just we know about the basic equation, that is shift in wavelength, that is delta lambda is equal to lambda prime minus lambda. Second question, in which consider a photon that scatters from an electron at rest if the Compton wavelength shift is observed to be triple the wavelength of the incident photon, and if the photon scatters at 60 degree, then calculate the wavelength of the incident photon, the energy given to the recoiling of electron. We know that in the question they have given that the shift in wavelength, that is 3 times of the incident wavelength. Okay, that is delta lambda is equal to 3 lambda, and the scattering angle, that is theta, is equal to 60 degree. We know the equation, that is delta lambda is equal to h by m0c into 1 minus cos theta. We have to find the wavelength of incident photon, that is 3 lambda is equal to h by m0c into 1 minus cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So h by m0c into 1 minus 1 by 2. We get as 3 lambda is equal to h by 2 m0c. Lambda is equal to 1 by 6. H is equal to Planck's constant, that is 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34. And here the mass of the electron, that is, we know that the 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. C is the velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8. So we get answer as 4.02 into 10 raised to minus 13 meter. So that is the wavelength of the incident photon. Next we have to find the energy given to the recoil electron. To find the recoil electron energy, we should find the difference between energies of incident photon and scattered photon. We know that the incident photon has an energy E and scattered photon has an energy E prime. E prime is less than E. The difference between these energies to the electron. The difference between these energies become the kinetic energy of the electron. That is, kinetic energy is equal to E minus E prime. So recoil electron has the energy, that is E minus E prime, that is hc by lambda minus hc by lambda prime. Hc into 1 minus 1 by lambda prime. Lambda prime from the equation, that is lambda plus delta lambda. Delta lambda is given in the question, that is 3 lambda, that is equal to 4 lambda. From that we can cross multiply, and we get the answer as 3.7003 into 10 raised to minus 13 joule. Okay, that is H is equal to 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34. C is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8. 3 divided by 4 into lambda is get from previous question, that is 4.02 into 10 raised to minus 13. From that we get the kinetic energy of recoil electron, that is 3.7003 into 10 raised to minus 13 joule. To convert into electric volt, that is divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 electron volt, 2.3 mega electron volt. That is the answer. Next we are going to the question. Consider an X-ray beam with a lambda 1 angstrom and a gamma ray with a lambda is equal to 1.88 into 10 raised to minus 2 angstrom. If the radiation scattered from electron in the cesium-137 sample at 90 degree to the incident direction. First question, what is the Compton wavelength shift in each case for X-ray and gamma ray? What kinetic energy is given to the recoiling electron in each case? What percentage of the incident photon energy lost in each case? We know that in the question it is given that for X-ray that is lambda is equal to 1 angstrom, that is 1 into 10 raised to minus 10 meter. For gamma ray lambda is equal to 1.88 into 10 raised to minus 2 angstrom. For X-ray we have to find the Compton wave shift for both cases, that is delta lambda is equal to h by m0 into 1 minus cos theta. Theta is 90 given in the question, that is cos theta is equal to 0. So substitute the values, we get 0.0242 angstrom for X-ray. But for gamma ray also the same Compton shift because the wavelength shift is independent of the source. If the radiation is different, the wavelength shift does not change. Next question, that is kinetic energy is given to the recoiling electron in each case. Kinetic energy, we know that the difference in incident energy minus scattering energy, that is E minus E prime, that is hc by lambda minus hc by lambda prime. Lambda is given for each case, but lambda prime we should find, that is lambda prime is equal to lambda plus delta lambda. Delta lambda is given from this data, that is 1 angstrom plus 0.0242 angstrom for X-ray, that get us as lambda prime as 1.0242 angstrom. So for X-ray we get that kinetic energy is equal to hc into 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda prime. Substitute the values and cross multiply, we get the answer as, and convert into electron volt by dividing 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, we get 0.295 kilo electron volt. For gamma ray, kinetic energy is equal to hc by into 1 by lambda into 1 by lambda prime. Lambda prime is equal to lambda plus delta lambda. Lambda is given in the question, that is 0.0188 plus delta lambda is equal to 0.0242. We get 0.043 angstrom. Substitute the values and we get as 374.184 kilo electron volt. Next question, the percentage of incident photon energy lost for X-ray. We know that percentage of incident photon energy, that is E minus E prime divided by E. E is equal to hc by lambda. For X-ray we get as 12.5062 kilo electron volt by getting percentage, that is 2.4 percentage. For gamma ray we know that E is equal to hc by lambda. Lambda is given the question, so we get as 6.65 into 10 raised to 5 electron volt, and we get the percentage as 56.25 percentage of incident photon energy loss for gamma ray. Next question, in the photoelectric effect experiment, if a radiation of wavelength lambda is incident on a material, then stopping potential V0 is observed. If another radiation of wavelength twice lambda is incident on the same material, then stopping potential changes too. What is the change in stopping potential when a radiation wavelength changes to lambda to 2 lambda? We know the basic equation for a photoelectric effect, that is energy that's equal to kinetic energy plus work function. Energy that's equal to hc by lambda, that's equal to kinetic energy plus work function for first radiation. For second radiation we know that lambda is changes to 2 lambda, so the equation is changes as hc by 2 lambda plus equal to kinetic energy of 2 plus W. We know that for the same material the work function will be same, so W is same. So from that equation we can cancel W by subtract it, that is we know that the kinetic energy, we should remember one more equation, that is charge into potential, that is EV0 minus EVS, that's equal to hc by 2 lambda by subtracting it. Subtracting these two equations we get this equation. From that Vs is equal to V0 minus hc divided by 2e lambda. Next question, when a light of given wavelength is incident on a metallic surface, the stopping potential for the photoelectron is 3.2 volt. If a second light source whose wavelength is double that of the first source is used, the stopping potential drops to 0.8 volt. Calculate the wavelength of first radiation. The work function and cut-off frequency of the metal. Question that is given that the potentials are given. That means the kinetic energy of the two radiations will be given, but we have to find the wavelength and also the work function and cut-off frequency of the metal. For that, we should find the basic equation. We know that the energy is equal to kinetic energy plus work function. Kinetic energy is EV0 and energy is equal to hc by lambda. For second radiation, we double the wavelength, that is lambda to 2 lambda, and also kinetic energy change, and work function will not change because the same material, the work function will be same. And subtracting these two equations, we get the equation like this, and it's c by 2 lambda is equal to E into V0 minus Vs. V0 and Vs is given, and from that we get the lambda as 2.6 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter. All data are we know. H Planck's constant, C wavelength of light, and E is charge of electron. And second question, we have to find the work function. The basic equation hc by lambda is equal to kinetic energy plus work function. So we get work function as hc by lambda minus E into 3.2. From that we get work function as 2.56 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. Next we have to find the cutoff frequency. We know that work function is equal to h nu 0 is equal to W by H. From that we get as 0.38 into 10 raised to 15 Hertz are the cutoff frequency. Thank you for watching.